I'm Kellie Munns from Inner Spirit Healing, Self-Care and Wellness. I'm glad that you're here today, and I hope that you enjoy this video. We will be taking a look at some simple self-care energy techniques today. You can use them to reset, you can use them for maintenance, you can use bits and pieces of this video, anything that speaks to you, anything that you like, please take it and use it. I do want to let you know that many of these techniques have been used around the world for centuries, and most recently, within the last 20-30 years, there are some pioneers in the field that have offered them up in print format, online, video format, and all of that. So these are not mine. These are just an offering that I'm going to give you. Some of those people that I've studied and that I very much admire are Donna Eden and Lauren Walker, as well as others. Again, this is a blending and this is a mix of their works and things that I have learned from other teachers and other masters. If I've forgotten to mention them, I am so sorry. But at the same time, I am so glad that you've touched my life so that I can share this with all of you. So as we go through this, take care of you. Go at your own pace. If you need to stop, allow yourself to stop. If you want to do something again and again and again, obviously you can stop this. You can do it again on your own. And two, I encourage you, take these practices, do them in your daily life, and just let yourself go. Let yourself flow and let yourself rebalance and feel better. Namaste. Let's get started. We're going to start with just a little bit of breath, so that we can connect, we can ground, we can get ourselves in that space. So I'm going to invite you to bring one hand to your chest, to your heart center, one hand to your belly, wherever you'd like that to be. And we're just going to start eyes open or eyes closed with a few deep breaths. Just breathing in and breathing out. And reconnecting to yourself. Feel the hands on your body and notice your breath. So one more breath. Let that go. We're going to let the breath breathe itself. A little bend in the knees, body nice and loose. And we're going to inhale, arms up. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold. Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. A little sunrise, sunset here, just to get the body moving. I know that today we're doing energy techniques, but we need to create space in the body for the energy to move. So that's what we're doing by flowing up and flowing down. Now the next time your body comes up, we're going to interlace fingers, clasp a wrist, or even arms apart. I'm just going to stretch up nice and tall. And let's side bend to the right. Bring it back up to center, nice and slow, and we're going to side bend to the left. And a few more times, a little right. And a little left. Last time to the left. And we're going to come back to center. We're going to release the hands down to our head. Just let them rest on the head. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. A few breaths here. All right, now move your fingertips down to your temples. If you have glasses, you may have to place them off to the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a technique called a triple warmer smoothie. The triple warmer is a meridian that helps us with fight or flight in the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate that particular meridian, and we're actually going to slow it down and sedate it. Let it relax a little bit, because it works pretty hard throughout the day. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see what's happening here. And we're just going to follow around the ears, down the neck, And we're going to hang on the shoulders. Just a few breaths here. And if you want, you can inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth to just help release any pent-up energy. Then from here, we're just going to slide the hands down to the heart center, one on top of the other, and we're going to take a moment to just breathe here. And as you learn these techniques, you may find that you want to do them with your eyes closed, and that's fine. Now let's release our hands, let the arms relax. If you need to, shake them out a little bit, move the body around. And then come back to center. So we're going to reach those arms back up. We're going to just curl the fingertips a little bit. We're going to bring them to your forehead, and you're just going to drag the hands across the forehead out to the temples. This is a little crown pull, and we're going to flick it off. Then we're going to go a little higher on the head, and we're just going to take it around, and we're going to flick it off. So what we're doing is we're releasing tension in the head, and we're creating room and space. This also can help with focus and all kinds of different things. And even though I'm saying about these things and what they create or what they can create, notice how they feel for you. And then we're just going to release. So I've gone all the way around the head. And relax. Deep breath. Now we're going to move on to the four thumbs. So we're going to activate and we're going to reset some of our meridian systems. So right below the eyes, on the cheekbones here, right underneath, we're just going to tap. If you notice, I took my first three fingers, thumb, two fingers, and I'm going to tap right there. You'll know what type of pressure you can use, and that may vary. So not only are we activating sinuses, but we're also at our stomach meridian. And think about what our stomach does at digest. So we're resetting all of our digestive processes, but we're also the things we need to digest in life. So continue to tap and breathe. And then we're going to slow it down. We're going to relax. We're going to shift down to the notches of the collarbone, next thumb. So find the notches. You're going to slide down to this little space right between the collarbone and that first rib. You'll have a little flat spot there, or you may have a little indent. And again, we're going to tap in that space. So you can use that method. You can just tap with a couple fingers, and we're going to tap that. That's actually your K27 point. That's the end of the kidney meridian. And so all of your meridians come together here. So right now you're actually resetting all of your energy systems, or at least your entire meridian system. And we're going to breathe. And we're going to slow it down. We're going to pause. Let it go. And then we're going to slide down to the breastbone, down to the sternum. So this you can use one hand, two hands, and we're going to tap on the sternum. Right beneath the sternum is your thymus gland, and that helps to activate your immune system. I tap this all the time. It just happens to be a winter in Pennsylvania right now, so there's a lot of cooties out there. So you will see me out and about tapping or even touching this space to activate it a lot. And we're breathing, and we're going to slow it down, let it go. And then we're going to slide down. We're coming down to the diaphragm area, right below the breast line. So right in line with the nipples in your breast, we're going to come down. You're going to have a spot right here. Ladies, if you're watching, your bra line. Gentlemen, I know you don't have a bra line, or maybe you do. That's up to you. But anyways, we're going to tap right here. And this is spleen meridian. This is about adaptation. This is about resetting things as well. So, as I mentioned these, you're more than welcome to go out and research them even more. And we're breathing. We're going to slow it down. relax, and we're going to let it go. So while we're here, let's bring our hands to our hips. Let's stretch out the body and do a little bit more movement. We're going to do some figure eights with the hips. So we're going to start with the right hip. We're going to bring it forward, out to the right side. We're going to roll it back, and then that left hip will want to come forward and out to the side. And we're just going to do a couple of these. This helps to connect both sides of the body, but also too, think about the physical movement. We're opening up the hips. We're doing so many good things for you. So just notice how it feels. And one more time to the right, one more time to the left. We're going to come back to center, that deep breath. Let it go. And then while we're here, if you need to find something to balance on, we're going to bring feet underneath us, and we're just going to rotate the ankles a little bit. We're going to pick up the heel of the right foot. I'm on my toes right now, and we're just going to make circles. We're going to go in one direction a few times here, still breathing. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to come back to center, pause for a breath, and then release that foot down. And then do the other side. So right foot on the ground, we're going to pick up that left heel, and we're going to make some circles here. Just going to go in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. Pause, we're going to breathe, and we're going to release. And let the arms relax, shaking out. Move the body around. Let that fluidity come in and let yourself release. Now we're going to bring arms out to the sides. We're going to bring them all the way up to the top of the head, and you're going to give yourself a shampoo. That's why my hair is down today. Typically, most of the time, it's in a ponytail or other ways, but I needed to get in, I needed to touch every part of my head. What I'm doing is I'm activating neuroreflexology points on my head, and this just feels so good. It's like just giving yourself a shampoo, just touching every spot of the head. So getting in there, every spot. You can go fast, you can go slow. Honestly, I could do this all day. And then we're going to pause the hands, let the arms relax, we're going to breathe, let it go, and then I'm just going to shake the hands out. My hands are going to come now to my neck on either side, and we are going to massage down the neck. So we're going to go down each spot here. So right now we're actually getting into the lymph system, kind of cool. And we're helping it to move, we're helping it to reset. We're going to bring it all the way down, nice and slow, to the shoulders. And then once you get to the shoulders, you can either hang, or you are welcome to move it around. Continue to move, continue to break it up, get it going. And then we're going to release. You're going to bring your left hand up to your right shoulder, you're going to curl it forward. And then we're going to release the shoulder and take that hand across the body out through the left hip. We're going to take the left hand, we're going to bring it back up, and we're going to go down the arm. We're opening up some channels in the body. So you can brush, you can squeeze, you can tap. It's entirely up to you. I like to squeeze. You can go fast, you can go slow, you can take it down the hand and out through the fingers. Now we're going to open up the gates of the hand, or open up these channels. So each one of these, there's a little valley between your fingers. We're going to go back to the back part of it, and we're just going to slide down. When you get to the webbing, we're just going to pinch it a little bit and let it go. You're going to do that between each one of your finger spaces. And you're going to let it go. And then we're going to come and we're going to go down each thumb. So the tarsal lines here, or tendon lines, and you're just going to follow those. And again, pinch the thumb, pinch the first finger, and just all the way down. And we're not pinching to hurt, we're just pinching to activate. But think about it, we're also activating blood, we're also activating nerves, and then we're going to brush down, and we're activating so many things. Now take a moment to notice your right arm and your left arm. All right, let's go ahead. Let's come over to that left shoulder. We're going to roll it forward. We're going to breathe. We're going to smile. I haven't reminded you to smile today. That's a whole part of this. It's important. Now, from here, we're going to take it across the body and out through the right hip. We're going to come back up to that left shoulder. And again, you can brush, you can squeeze, you can pat, whatever you want to do. If you notice, I like to squeeze. I think that feels good. And then we're going to take it down, out through those fingers. And then we're going to go in each one of those spaces between. Just opening up. They call this opening the gates. And then down each finger. And then I always like to go down the arm again. To me, it's like opening things up just a little bit more and getting them moving. Because our hands have magnets, and everything will follow our hands. That's where your attention goes. Your thoughts and the magnets in your hands will redirect your energy. So let's come back up to that K27 point. However, we're going to pick up with the lymphatic system now. And we're just going to massage between each one of the rib spaces down the chest. And I know for some of you, if you're wearing a bra or you have a larger chest, you might need to move things off to the side as you do this, and that's fine. And we're just going down, we're breathing. And then we're going to get all the way down to the diaphragm again. We're going to slide around, and now I'm going to continue down the spine. Just massaging all of those spots. Again, I'd like to say this is my favorite practice, but many of these are. And then you're just going to take it out through the tailbone. We're going to keep here. We're going to bend the knees, and let's go into forward fold. We're going to slide down the legs. Now, you have the choice of either staying in this forward fold. I'm going to move so that you can see what I'm doing. You can also come down into a squat if you like. And I'm also going to bring my foot forward so that you have a better view of what I'm actually doing. So we opened up the gates on our hands. So let's go ahead. We're going to open up the gates on our feet while we're here. So between all those toe spaces, we're going to go down through each one. And we're just going to pinch it a little bit at the end. Keep in mind, you could sit down if you want to, too, to do this. And you can do both sides of the foot that way. And then we're going to go down each toe line. So again, entirely up to you how you want to do this. So we're doing that right foot. Feels really good. And then we're going to do the left foot. So again, toe spaces. If at any time you need to pause the video, because I'm going faster than you are, that's fine, or you need to review something, let that happen too. And we're just going to go down each one. Feels so good. All right, now that we've done these, I'm going to just join you back in that forward fold. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go down each leg now, just like we did with the arms. So you can either brush it, you can squeeze it, or you can pat it. You decide. I'm going to be squeezing my legs and just going down through. And what I'm doing is I'm activating all of that energy that's built up and letting it release out through my legs. If you feel you need to do this a few times, you can do that. And then we're going to do both legs. All the while breathing. Because breath also helps to activate movement. So for just a moment, we're going to forward fold and we're going to breathe. Completely relaxed, or as relaxed as you can be. Now bring your fingertips to the insides of your big toe or your full hand. It's entirely up to you. We're going to follow spleen meridian all the way up. And so we're going to go the insides of the toes, the insides of the feet, insides of the legs. When you get to the tops of the legs, we're going to flare out to the hips. We're going to take it up the sides, and then we're going to go under the armpits and down to about the breast area. And we're just going to tap. So what we're doing is all of those things that we reset. We're asking our entire body and being to accept them, to know that that's the way we want things to be. So we're breathing, breathing, breathing. One more breath, and we're letting it go. So take a moment to notice how you feel. We're going to bring hands to heart center for a moment. So just a few more techniques. And I'll just mention one more time that you can do these techniques separately if you like. So for just a moment, I'm going to have you reach up with your right hand, reach down with your left arm, connect all of it. Good. Now arms come out to the sides, and we're going to reach up with the left arm, reach down with the right hand, and bring it around. And again, we're connecting feet, we're connecting head, we're connecting everything that we've put together today. Good. Now we're going to bring those arms down, let them release. You're going to take one hand and you're going to find your belly button. And you're going to put that one finger in your belly button. You're going to take your other hand, you're going to bring it to your third eye or near the eyebrows. And again, you're going to touch that space. This is the hook up. We're going to hook up all the dots today. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to press in and lift up 3 breaths. We're going to let that go. Now we're going to zip ourselves up. It's almost like you have a coat right here or a sweater vest or whatever it might be. Hands come to the pelvic area. We're going to go up through that center line all the way up to the bottom lip. When you get to the top, you can imagine there's a lock. You're going to lock it to seal it in. And you can either put the key in your pocket or let it go. Again, pause and notice how that feels. All right, everybody, let's bring our hands to our heart center. A few deep breaths here. Notice how you feel. And let me thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing in these energy techniques. Enjoy them, take them with you, and have a good time.